Hello YouTube, this is the Bucket coming at you today with my unboxing and first impressions video of the Fusion XP Pro made by Fusion Firearms. It's actually made by Ergonomics in Turkey, but this is a budget 2011. I know that's supposed to be a double sec 1911, but I want to show you what you can get. So to start off, let's just say that I spent $950 take home to get this firearm. So that's like half as much as a comparable 2011 these days or more. So the first thing you notice is it comes in this cardboard box. You open up the cardboard box and you have a plastic case. There's also a Fusion Arms decal in it. That'll go in my decal collection. And then it comes with a color, really pretty detailed manual, which I know that a lot of places are just going to the online manuals, which I understand that saves money, but I'm glad that they put that in there. Then you get this plastic hard case. It's got two nice snaps on it. Lets you know what gun you've got there. It's got this cool XP on the other side. You got your gun. You got your two fake Glock magazines. I got a California compliant one, so they're 10-round mags, but you can get mags that are the full 17, because these are Glock 17 mags. So you've got a metal RMR plate, and I like the fact that they put the rear sight on the back of it. That was awesome. You also get an RMSC plate. Again, you get the rear sight. You get a cleaning kit, which is pretty cool. You get the firearm. We're going to look at that here in a minute. But then you also get all the tools you need to change out the back straps. Not the back straps, take off the mag well, and then some screws to mount a red dot on your gun. So that's pretty good. So that is the box. Then you get the firearm. Again, these are designed to take Glock 17 mags. Let's talk about the specs of this particular pistol. So mine is 10+1, but you can order one that'll be 17+1. The overall length is 7.5 inches. The barrel length is 4 inches, and it is crowned. You have a width at the safeties of 1.58 inches. If you go down to the mag well, it gets up to 1.63 inches. The overall height from the base to the rear sight is 5.75 inches, and the weight comes in at 35.5 ounces. So again, you're going to end up with a double stack all metal 2011. It's got a nice sight picture. It's got a blacked out rear and a white dot front sight. Again, it's optic ready, and when you take this plate off, you do lose your rear sight. I love the fact that they gave you sights so you can still co-witness if you're going to run an RMR or an RMSC. If you go to your website, they've got threaded barrels, they've got fluted barrels, they've got lots and lots of different options, and that's really good. So you can drop your mags just like you would regularly. Again, these are fake Glock mags, and I will tell you, on mine, I struggled to get that 10th round in there. I mean, I had to use my Ablula to get that in there, but you can get them in there. And I will tell you that I ran both mags. We ran 100 rounds through this just at the range, just to get a little first impression of it, and it ran 100%. So even with the mags, there was not a problem. When you run the slide, it is really smooth. It feels like a 2011. It doesn't just feel like a cheaply made 1911. So I do like that. I will tell you the grip texture is good enough, although I've never been a big fan of grip texture. I've never been one that just needs super, super grippy, but I think this is grippy. You do have an extended beaver tail with a memory bump. No problem whatsoever there. You know, it feels good in the hand. I will tell you, because what they did here is they wanted to try to mimic a 1911 grip angle using a Glock mag, which means the front to rear grip is a little large. It's not bad. It's not bad at all, but it feels a little oversized. And then I'll tell you, I don't have huge hands, but I don't have small hands either. This magwell was not super comfortable for me. I thought it came with a second magwell. Mine did not. I think you can just take this pin out and remove the magwell if you want to. I had one reviewer was saying, hey, it makes me feel like I've got a tighter grip. And I think maybe it does, because it kind of pins those fingers in there. But it wasn't the most comfortable feel for me. That's just the way I felt about it. All the features are just kind of what you'd expect from a 2011. The safeties, it's got ambi safeties. They're good. And then you've got the slide stop slide release. Now, what some people have been complaining about is because of this extended slide stop slide release that their gun never locks back. Now, the way I hold my gun is I have put my hand up here and down here, and I never ran into a problem with overriding that slide stop slide release. So I'm sure that people were having that problem, but it was not an issue for me. So again, this is a good safety. I'll just tell you, it feels a little loose to me, or a little sloppy. It works. It's not a problem. And I'll be honest with you, I just recently picked up a Dan Wesson DWX, and I didn't have any problems with accidentally engaging it. You've got the skeletonized hammer. It's just a really good firearm. The slide serrations, a lot of people have complained that they're not of much use. I mean, I will understand where they're coming from. I have no problems getting a hold of this and running the slide. So I think they did a good job. They do have this lightning cut in here. I'm guessing that's for the ported barrel that you can either request to have added on to your package, or you can get a replacement for it. So I think it looks cool. The trigger, a little bit of take up, and then a nice clean break. The reset is very short. It's tactile. It's auditory. It feels good. And like I said, if you look at a lot of the reports out there on this gun, they talk about how they are just riddled with problems, and maybe when they first came out they were, and maybe I just had a really good one, but mine ran flawlessly. Now, what I will tell you is the trigger. I had a hard time kind of finding that trigger, and I ended up, like, this is about maybe the middle 25 rounds, and I'm getting a lot in the 3-inch, but I got more flyers than what I'm used to getting out of a gun. And I think that if I really take my time, and if I really put some rounds down range with this gun, I think I'll figure out the trigger. I don't think it's a trigger that can't be, you know, found, that you can't figure out your trigger. I'll just tell you, it was not an overly intuitive one for the bucket. Now, that being said, when I ended the range, my last 5 shots, this was my target. I had 1, 2, 3, 4 in a 10-round ring, but this is another good example. That's a pretty big flyer for me, and I think that, again, the trigger's good, but I'm going to have to learn that trigger. There's a ton of videos right now about people buying this gun and then telling you how to upgrade it. I'll tell you this. If you're just a guy and you want a 2011 and you don't want to spend staccato money, I think this is a really good option. I mean, it's only 100 rounds in, and I'm thinking about putting an optic on it. I'm thinking about doing some more running with the gun, and I'm going to do another video on this. But I'll tell you, you know, I think if you buy this gun and you just shoot it right out of the box, I think a lot of people are going to be really, really happy about it. I don't know if this might be a really good entry-level competition gun, but I liked it. I think Ergonomics and I think Fusion Firearms did a good job, and I'm glad that I picked this one up. I do want to thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. All the likes, the comments, the shares, they're really appreciated. And as always, you stay classy, YouTube.
I learned a lesson. Never half-ass 2 things. Whole-ass 1 thing.